Righty, so we're just here today for a couple of split maintenances. Kind of struggled to get the cover off of the pump here with one hand, but I'll be editing here. Boom. Yeah, so I'm an SI pump. Looks clean. Filters weren't actually too bad on this unit, if I'm honest. We'll take them out and give them a wash anyway. Come over here to this next unit and you can see, well, there's a big water stain up there on the ceiling tile. So I need to pop that tile, have a wee look, and see where it's coming from. If it's the pump, maybe it's popped off underneath here. Sometimes the little cable ties pop off and the water kind of pisses out above the ceiling. So have a look at these filters as well. You can see they're, again, like the other unit, not too bad at all. Give them a wash though. So we popped this tile here. You can see a bunch of cables and fire system, but up there you can see where the cable tie is. That's where the 1/4-inch hose goes into the SI pump. We'll run this pump just to check it's not a continuous leak. It looks like this is the main drain and all the pumps going to this point here, so we'll need to check. But for now we'll get all the filters and stuff out and give them a bit of a wash. You can see here, this is from the cassettes in the shop floor. I couldn't really get a look at them. Too many people and stuff about up a ladder, but you see here, again, struggling one-handed, but those filters are actually caked. Can't really see through them at all. So we've got the Works pressure washer out that I had in my other video, and we'll wash these inside out, so remove all the dust and the debris. I'll use this brush as well to try and break up any of the thick stuff before we go through with the water. So we've just brushed these filters just to free up all that, and they came off pretty well, to be fair. It was more like kind of dry it out and stuff, so you still see a little bit of dirt in there. So we'll use the pressure washer here. You can see one-handed, just going from the inside, the supposed cleaner side out to get rid of all the dust and the dirt, and you'll just see all the crap kind of coming off of these filters in a minute. You see it run down the bottom there, so yeah. And then the battery decided to kind of die on me, so I had to walk back to the van. I got a bigger one, fresh charged, and we go again. And I'll just speed up the process here because I think it becomes, although it's quite satisfying, it's quite repetitive. So we just wash them all down, make sure we get all that rubbish out of the filters. It's quite a tedious process, I think. We then actually ran out of water. I had to go and fill up the bucket again, and this is in one of the shopping centres, so a lot of running about, but yeah. It's just wandering back there, fill up the bucket. Quick shot, it's quite a long corridor. Down the basement, back up the stairs. Like that, new bucket of water, walk all the way back up to the roof, and we carry on. Right here you'll see like after, so this is us that used all the water, we'll purge them through, give them a little spray and stuff after this, but you can see it's a much of a difference, like, to be fair. The site were actually complaining there was no heating as well, and that's, well, you've seen why. So yeah, we'll get these back in the unit and start hoovering the inside as well. Took this out of the van. It's a little portable hoover and a little brush, so you got a lot of dust and stuff built up inside there, so we'll use that just to kind of clean out the inside of the units. This is how the fascia turned up as well. This was some dirt kind of builds up in behind all these screws and these clips, so they actually turned out pretty well. We'll speed this bit up as well, but we just like to give the insides of it a bit of a wipe down. This, again, these are the units that weren't too bad. You've seen the fascias in the other one. The other one's actually going to need hoovered out. I went and put all these filters back in, realising I still have to test the pump, so you're going to see me take these back out again in any minute now. But wipe across the front, wipe across the sides, and get all that dust and stuff. It just sits on top of the unit. Ends up caking the filters after you've just brushed them as well, so it's good to clean all of that. You can see here I've just taken the one filter back out and carried on just wiping this down in a minute, and then you're going to see me check the pump here. So we'll pour some water in the drain pan, make sure this doesn't leak. See here, like yeah, just a little cup of water. It's hard to film this and do it at the exact same time, but yeah, you just pour water in there, it'll flow down the drain pan into this pump, and then, you know, it should pump away, no bother. Like I was saying on the other one, sometimes the cable ties, when this pump pumps away, you know, pops off up the top, and that's how you get these big water spills. Finally we got it running for you here. I think it took a couple of attempts, but we got there in the end. Should just speed up a little bit of this video as well, because I think we get the gist of it. This is the little hoover that I use. You can see all the dust particles built up there. I'll show you a quick before and then a quick after just now. Got all that crap out of there, and that's obviously the fascia and stuff that we cleaned. This is ideal, by the receiver checking the tank pumps. The flexibility in this lets you get in the awkward spaces for getting water poured in to test the pumps, so highly recommend one of them. You can see here, like that, like they've tried to, I don't know what they've done. You don't need to insulate the drains in this shop, this situation. Check for some oil built up and for leaks, refrigerant above the ceiling. Everything in this case was all dry. It's actually hard to show you from this camera angle. I think you get a shot there, but there's 2 units in the shop floor. We done the same checks on both units. You can see it's a lovely job here on installation. They've cracked some ceiling tiles underneath the pump to prep it up, and you see just above my head, that's actually the main drain I was talking about. That runs all the way through to those other ones, as you can see. Now the drain here, like this is a new install. Like, I don't know why they've done this. They've actually used Armaflex tape as well to tape that arm in there, which makes it really awkward for servicing. Could easily have just put that pump on top of the unit because there was headspace there. I'm going to recommend they redo this setup, because I mean it's kind of not lying flush, and it's actually got these ceiling tile wedges in there just to try and keep the thing up. So anyone moves those ceiling tiles or anything, you never know if it falls out the ceiling. You kind of see the gunk and stuff coming out the drain too. So this isn't actually a deep clean, to be honest, so I'll just remove what I can. I'll clean out the bottom of the sump and make sure the float and that's all clear. As you can see, it's absolutely just disgusting. This isn't actually even that old a unit, so we'll give all this a wipe down, put it all back together again and test the pump. You can just see all the kind of gunk there. Yeah, it's not great. And then that's a little after shot for you. It's much better, to be honest. Wiped all this down again, not perfect, but this isn't exactly a deep clean. It's just like a 6 monthly maintenance, I believe. Made sure that float though wasn't sticking. Got rid of all the gunk kind of at the bottom of that float so that there'll be no water leaks in the future. Put it all back together, and this is what I was telling you about the hose. You can see the flexibility on that. I'll try and set up the camera here for you, and you just yeah, set this up, pour some water in, and yeah, listen to the pump pumping away. What I'll do is, as well, it's quite a long video this, so I'll make this one part 1, and I'll edit up the second half and upload after.